Hi, and welcome back to our Ask the Agronomist video series. I am Phil Long, Precision Agronomy Advisor with Latham High-Tech Seeds. I'm joining you from the field this week, taking a look at some corn, as many of you probably are. Just going to talk about a couple things here, a quick update on our in-furrow fungicide, Xyway product that we use. I want to talk a little bit about that, some comparisons, as well as just how things are looking in the field on the corn side. There's plenty of bugs flying around, unfortunately, so I may be swatting at a few of those. But on my left here, we have our 5209 Duracade product, which has got underground protection. This does not have any in-furrow fungicide on it. This side had the in-furrow fungicide on it. So I have ears and plants and stuff, but I want to make some general comparisons and so forth on both these plants as we go along. So first of all, the plant, as you walk out in the field, I did not notice any major differences right now. We'll see here a little later in the season, and obviously when the combine rolls, any differences. But top to bottom, these plants both look really good. Very little disease at all on either one of them, so it's tough to tell. This product is also very strong on most of our diseases that we have around here, so that could be impacting it as well. But very little disease on this at all. Probably the worst thing I'm seeing on some of this here is just, and this is probably something a lot of you are seeing, there's a lot of aphid carcasses here that have been parasitized, which is a good thing. I've seen a few aphids out there, but none that would warrant much, but there is a little bit of sap and tar and so forth on here, so it's a little black there at the bottom. But in general, things look really good. On the ear development side of things, outside the disease, height and everything, the plants are very similar. But I did pull some ears. I want to talk a little bit about this. This is a key time frame right now to be talking about ear development. If we look at either one of these, and to be honest, there's not a lot of differences that we can see right now. We'll see as we continue on in the season. All these ears they look short, but they're all 18 to 20 around. This hybrid likes to do that, so it's fun to watch. But that's why they seem a little shorter, because they're really packed in there. Like I said, most of these are 18 or 20 around. And if we check it for where we're at in the season, I can't pop the kernel, so that means we're past the milk stage. Typically at milk, you can pop it and get that milky substance. Well, that is now being converted into starch, so it's getting harder. And as we get further along, it'll become dented, and then we'll hit R5. So right now we're at R4, which is the dough stage. We're well past pollination, obviously, but I want to talk a little bit about some of this ear development, because this is as you're going out and evaluating corn this time of the year and looking at potential yield estimates and stuff for this fall. This is what you want to pay attention to in understanding what happened this season. So we have some tip back here, which is normal. Typically we see a little bit of tip back. That's a good sign. Means we've got population set about right, but in this case we're probably a little over an inch of tip back. So the top part of this, if you look closely, you won't see any yellow to it. So there's no development on the kernel. Those potential kernels were not fertilized, so they were not pollinated. So what happened there, we were dry. Obviously a lot of Latham Country has been dry, so dry before, during pollination. The silks start at the bottom, so they come out first and grab pollen. So all this got pollen, but then it got up to here, and these ones, which were last out, didn't receive any pollen by the time they got out the husk there. So not pollinated. But if we look a few rows down, there's a couple rows here that have some yellow color to them, and they're a little shrunken. So those were aborted. That would be stress after pollination. So they were pollinated, but then the plant realized, I can't fill them out, so we're going to have to abort those couple, which it's not bad. If you're looking at a severely stressed area, unfortunately that can really, that typically they may have gotten pollinated, but you'll see a lot of those kernels being shrunken. That means they were aborted, and the plant decided that they weren't going to be able to fill out those kernels. So the more rains and so forth that we get at this point, helping the test weight side of things and finish filling out those kernels. But that's really where we're at developmental wise. I haven't seen many diseases kind of throughout the territory here, which is a good thing. But we'll keep an eye on this product, taking it to harvest, and see how it does later this fall. So if you have any questions while you're out there scouting your cornfields, looking at some of those potential yield numbers for this harvest season, please feel free to give us a call at 1-877-GO-LATHAM or visit us on our website at lathamseeds.com. As always, thanks for watching this week's Ask the Agronomist.